multi-threading in Java. Then we'll start with the thread concept. See, what is thread? Thread it is a lightweight part of process. Thread it is a lightweight part of process. It means you can simply say it is a small piece of process. That's called thread. Process, it means it's like big task actually. And here our Java language is multi-threading programming language. Day to day, you also doing multitask, right? And even your operating system also multi-processing operating system. Then thread, it means it is a lightweight part of process. It is a small piece of process. And Java, it is a multi-threading programming language. Multi-threading, it means more than one thread simultaneously comes into execution. They will execute at the same time. Like it will save our time and consume the less memory as well. In Java, there are two ways to create a thread. Two ways to create a thread. There are two ways available. First one is you can simply say by extends thread class, and the second one is by implements runnable interface. Yeah, by implements runnable interface. The first one is by extends thread class, and the second one is by implements runnable interface. Then which one is good? Always you can simply say like implements runnable interface is good, because as per standards, whatever abstract methods we are going to declare within interface, and in implementation class we are going to implement those. Now coming to next is thread have life cycle. There are 5 phases available. Like initially it will be new state, then it will go to ready for execution. It means runnable state, and once it ready for execution, right, then next it will go to execution state, that called running state. But if running state, if any interrupt occurs, then definitely it will go to from running to waiting state for some time interval, you can simply say. And once this interrupt is fulfilled, again it will go to ready for execution. It means runnable state. Runnable, it means it's not the running state, it's just ready for execution, right? And once it comes in running state, and once execution is fulfilled, the last one is there is available, you can simply say dead state, that's called terminated. For that, I am just going to open here. You can simply consider the thread lifecycle diagram. Yeah. See, here is it. Thread lifecycle. You can simply consider here. Initially, thread will be new state. Then it will go to ready for execution. It means runnable state. And once it will go to running state, and if there is any interrupt occurs, then definitely it will go to from running to waiting state. And once this interrupt fulfilled, then again it will go from waiting to ready for execution. It means runnable state. And again it will come with the running state. And once the execution is fulfilled, it will go to terminated state. Then which case thread goes to running to waiting state? There will be some scenarios. Either you are calling wait, sleep, as suspend. That time your running thread goes to waiting state, you can simply say. If you are calling sleep, then it will go to for some time interval. It will go to waiting state there. And once thread goes to wait state, then you need to call notify all resume method to again come up with the ready for execution. And then again it will come with the running state. And if you are calling read, then definitely your running thread, it will directly goes to from running to runnable. It means ready for execution. And same priority thread comes into execution state there actually. And once your thread execution is fulfilled, then it will goes to terminate state. And same example I will give here human as well. Like initially is in born state, then it will goes to ready for execution, right? And once it will come up with the running state, it means working, you can simply say, right? But if any accidental happens, it will goes to running to waiting state, like hospital, you can simply say. Again, it will goes to ready for execution. And once like it comes with the execution, and once execution is fulfilled, at then it will goes to dead state. Same how thread have life cycle. Initially is in new state, then it will goes to ready for execution. It means runnable state. And once it comes with the running state, if any interrupt occurs, it will goes to waiting. And once this interrupt fulfilled, again it goes from waiting to ready for execution, and again it will come up with the execution state. And once execution is fulfilled, the last state is terminated. Dead state you can simply consider. Now coming to here, see, next point is what is multi-threading. Multi-threading, it means you can simply say two or more threads simultaneously comes into execution. two or more threads simultaneously comes into execution and they will execute at the same time. Two or more threads simultaneously comes into execution state and they will execute at the same time. That's called multi-threading. Then before going ahead with the practical for multi-threading, we'll go ahead with the practical for how we are going to extend the thread class and how we are going to use implements runnable interface. For that perspective, I am simply coming with the our Eclipse, come up with the file, new dynamic project, giving the application name as thread concept. Now simply come up with src main Java, right click on that new package. The package name we are giving here, this will be com.vdi. You can simply say core. Now right click on package, new Java class. The Java class name is I am giving here. This is extends thread example. This is our main class. That's why I'm writing here which method? Main method. Using Control M, it will maximize the size of screen. Now I'm adding here class name, giving as my thread. Extends which class? Thread class. Then thread is a Java class coming from .lang package. And .lang package is by default available in Java. Then thread itself available, there is method, the method name as run. Then we are just going to override which method? Run method here. The run method coming from thread class. You know, extends it means we are inheriting the property from our parent class. Then my thread here is the child class, and by using extends keyword, we are able to inherit the property from parent. Then which is the property we have override here? Run method we are accessing from our thread class. Then here, instead of using super.run, I want to give the printing statement. This will be, you can say, full stack. We are just trying to print here full stack. Now coming inside main class main method, creating the object of my thread. My thread equal to new my thread. Use my thread dot start. Then definitely our thread goes to start here. If you are trying run as Java application, see one screen, it will print full stack. It will print full stack. Again, if you want to print like full stack 5 times after every 1 second, that also possible because we are using here thread concept, right? Then I'm just calling here, this is for loop. We are initializing I equal to 1, I less than or equal to 5, and I plus plus. I'm calling here thread.sleep. Like after 1 second, it means you can simply say 1000 milliseconds. Our thread comes into execution state. We need to handle here compile time exception. The exception name as interrupted exception. I'm just calling here printing statement and trying to print here full stack. It will print full stack after every 1 second. See one screen. Run as a Java application. See, printing full stack after every 1 second. Why? Because here we have given time in milliseconds. I hope you are aware of the traffic signal example, right? Like after some few seconds, the traffic signal color goes to change like red, green, yellow. Same thing here as well. Like after some time interval, your thread comes into execution state. If I am passing 10,000 milliseconds, it means 10 seconds. If you are passing 10,000 milliseconds, it means after 10 seconds, it will print the full stack. See one screen. Run as Java application, it will take at least 10 seconds to print full stack. For that, we need to wait actually for at least 10 seconds and then it will print the full stack. See on screen. Again, you need to wait 10 seconds to see the output there. Why? Because the thread goes to on sleep mode for some time interval. And the time interval we have given here 10,000 milliseconds, it means 10 seconds. Then we don't have that much time to stay and see the entire output. That's why I'm just coming back here and going to click on terminate button. Now we are coming back to here again. Then see, in this case, we are using which approach? Extends thread class. Thread, it means you can simply say, this is the lightweight part of process. It is a small piece of process. Thread is a Java class. If you want to check in detail, since 1.0 it comes actually. And internally they are implementing here Runnable interface. Now again coming back to here, if you are checking in thread class, what are the methods available? Click on thread, use Control O. It will be showing here run method. See, here is the run method available there, right? See, run method available there. Now if you are coming back to again here is our logic. Like we are trying to print full stack after every 10 seconds and it will goes to 5 times. because our loop goes to execute like initialization as 1 and condition is I less than or equal to 5, and each iteration will goes to increment there. Now the question comes here, if I am trying to start same thread twice, what happen? Anybody have any idea about that? If I'm going to start same thread twice, we have only one thread here, right? My thread, and just I'm trying to use here same thread. I'm trying to start twice. What happen? Anyone have any idea about that? See, program is very easy, right? Is it possible to start same thread twice? But I'm saying it's not possible. Okay, if you are going to start the same thread twice, it will give us illegal thread state exception. Simply try run as Java application we are trying here. Which exception to give us? Illegal thread state exception. And illegal thread state exception, it is a runtime exception. Exception means it is an abnormal condition which is interrupt the normal flow of our Java program. And in Java exception, there are two types of exception: check exception, uncheck exception, right? Then here, illegal thread state exception means this is uncheck exception, right? I'm just going to stop our application here. Then once you are trying to start same thread twice, it will give us runtime exception. The exception name is illegal thread state exception. And this way we have seen here how to extend the thread class. There are two ways to create a thread. First one is extend thread class, and the second one is implements runnable interface. Now we'll come up with the implements runnable interface. For that perspective, I am creating new Java class, giving here implements runnable example. Now you can say this is main class, main method. Creating the class here, class name I'm giving here, this is implements thread. We are calling here implements which interface? Runnable interface. And runnable is an interface. This is which type of interface? You can simply say this is the function interface. Why? Because there is only one abstract method available. Which is the abstract method available there? Run method available there. And if there is only one abstract method, then you can simply say this is the functional interface in Java. If there is only one abstract method, it means this is functional interface. You can simply say. See line number 55 itself, our Eclipse showing there. This is functional interface in Java. How? Because there is single abstract method. Abstract method, it means ending with semicolon. Now again we'll come back to here, and line number 3, it will give us the compile time problem. Why? Because whatever abstract methods in interface, we must have to implement into our implementation class. Now simply mouse over on that error and click on add unimplemented methods. See, there is no issue. Why? Because we override here which method? Run method coming from runnable interface. Now we are just trying to print here, this is full stack. See one screen, and here I am creating the object of IMPL thread. You can simply say equal to new IMPL thread, and I am going to call here IMPL thread dot start, but start method is not available here. And if you are going to call here run method, right? See, and again you can simply try run as Java application. It giving the output, but here if you are passing any method, right, then this will be normal stack call, you can simply say. But whenever you are going to start this thread, then you need to call which method? Start method. But now I am not able to call here start method. Why? Because like start method coming from thread class, then you need to create object of thread class. Thread equal to new thread, and here whatever object of class you have created, simply pass here, and then you can call here thread dot start. See, previous example, how we are able to invoke the start method, because here we are extending the property from thread, right? That's why easily you are able to call here start method. But implements runnable interface, we are not extending here thread, right? Then definitely you need to create the object of thread class, and then whatever object available, you can simply pass the input parameter here, and then you can call thread dot start. It will consider this is the new thread stack started. Simply try run a Java application, it will give us the output. See one screen. Now, if you want to print full stack 10 times after every 1 seconds, then we are just going to apply the logic for integer I equal to 1, I less than or equal to 10, and we are calling here I plus plus. Then I am calling here thread dot sleep method, and this will be, we are giving 10,000 milliseconds here. Now it will give us the compile time problem because we need to handle here compile time exception. Which exception? Interrupted exception. See here is it. We handle the interrupted exception, and interrupted exception it is a type of compile time exception. You can simply say check exception. Now we are trying to print here full stack. After every 10 seconds, 10,000 milliseconds, it means 10 seconds. See one screen. Again, run as Java application. So it will take some time. We are just waiting, right? For 10 seconds. It will print full stack 10 times, but after every 10 seconds. Then line number 10, we use sleep method. Like sleep method is useful for if you want to like thread goes to for wait for some time interval, then you can simply use the sleep method actually. Okay, the naming itself, you know, the dictionary meaning of sleep, right? Yeah. Then see it will take lots of time like to go ahead with the 10 times. Then instead of that, I'm just going to click on terminate. Okay. Yeah. I hope you got the clarity how to use extends thread class, and the second one is how to use implements runnable interface. Now we'll come up with the next. Next is part is multi-threading. Multi-threading, it means two or more threads simultaneously comes into execution. They will start at the same time. Okay, but there will be some chances to occur the deadlock. You have some experience with the traffic signal, right? You can consider there will be available like 4 directions, and there is one traffic signal, but the traffic signal is not working. Consider the festive season like Diwali festival, right? Yeah, definitely there will be some traffic comes and the traffic signal is not working. Definitely traffic jam scenario comes into picture, and we are thinking, yeah, this is very difficult to pass the vehicle there, right? Then such a scenario comes in multi-threading scenario. That's called deadlock concept actually. I hope you have some experience with the deadlock, like you are trying to book the movie cinema ticket, right? That time also you are not able to book the ticket. Some scenarios, sometimes you are trying to book the like airlines reservation ticket, there also you are not able to book, right? Because you can simply consider there is available only one ticket and you are trying to book 5 tickets there. It's not possible, correct? The same example I will think about, like you can consider in airline India ka plane ticket system, booking system in USA, and there is only one ticket available and 100 passengers they are trying to book this ticket. This ticket will be allocated to only one passenger, not 100 passengers. Then how one passenger able to book this ticket? Because there is available some algorithms like operating system, first come first serve, time slicing, count robin, shortest pass first. I hope in your college syllabus also there is available operating system, and they have available some algorithms, right? And you are aware of those algorithms. Like such algorithms comes into picture, and accordingly particular person able to book the ticket there actually. Fine. Then see, now we'll come up with the practical example for multi-threading. Then this example goes somehow high level, but it's very easy to understand. Fine. Like there, I'm going to create more than one thread. It means I'm going to create 5 threads, and simultaneously they will come into execution. This scenario we are going to create here now. For that perspective, we'll simply come up with the Eclipse, and we'll create our application. Simply right click on package, new Java class. You can say this is the new Java class we are going to create here. And the class name I'm giving here multi-threading example. Simply add here main method. I'm creating here one class name as table, and within table I'm adding here one method public void. You can simply say print table. We are passing their input as integer n. Then our logic is very easy. Logic, there is only single complexities. Fine. You can simply use the for loop, and this will be integer I equal to 1, I less than or equal to 5, and I plus plus. We are calling here thread dot sleep method. After every 1000 seconds, it means 1 seconds. Our thread comes into execution state. Here I'm just going to handle the compile time exception, interrupted exception. And the logic is we are trying to print here I multiplied by n. Now coming to here at line number 20, simply create a class name I'm giving here. This is my thread 1 extends thread, and we are creating here table T as a reference. Yeah, table also fine for us. Simply right click, go to source, generate constructor using fields. See, there is option available. Yeah. The next step what we are trying to do, we are just going to override which method here, run method coming from thread class, and here I am calling table dot print table, and here I am passing the first input as a 10. Then such a number of like thread we are going to create. This is the first thread we have created. Next, again next 5 thread we have created here. Then simply come up here and simply give this is the my thread 2. This will be my thread 2, you can say, but here I am changing the input. I am passing here 100. Next I am passing my thread 3, and then see here also I am passing my thread 3. Now here again we come down here. This will be my thread 4. We are passing here also 4, but value we are going to change, right? This will be 1000 I am passing here. The next is we are passing here 10,000 as a value. Yeah, this is 10,000, you can simply consider. Perfect. This will be next as my thread 5 we are giving here, and the corresponding value we are passing here 1 lakh. Perfect. Then we will not require more than 5. That will be fine for us. 5 as well. If you want, you can create such a number of threads here. Then coming to next is main class main method. I am creating here table class object, table equal to new table, and here we are giving my thread 1 equal to new my thread 1, and you can do the input as table. Next we are calling my thread. This will be, you can simply say my thread 2 we are saying here, and this will be the object of our my thread 2 equal to new my thread. Then coming to next, this will be my thread 3. We are passing here my thread 3 equal to new my thread 3. Then corresponding we are going to create here 5 objects. See on screen. This will be my thread 4. Now this is the object I am going to create here. Yeah. The last one is my thread 5 we are creating here. It means we are passing more than one thread. That's called multi-threading. Now I am just going to call which method? Start method. This will be, you can say my thread 3 dot start. Again my thread 4 dot start we are calling my thread 5 dot start. Control A, Control I, Control Shift A, it will format the code base. Now if I am trying to run a Java application, all threads simultaneously comes into execution. See on screen. All threads simultaneously comes into execution, right? And we are not able to understand what is going there. Perfect. See, all threads simultaneously comes into execution, and like each thread like executing simultaneously here. That's called multi-threading, you can simply consider. If again I am trying to run a Java application, see on screen, all threads simultaneously comes into execution. We are not able to understand what is going there. For that perspective, we have available concept name is synchronization. Then once I am calling here synchronize keyword, see on screen at line number 4, I am using here synchronize keyword. And once I am using here synchronize keyword, then definitely like 2 or more threads simultaneously comes into execution, but only one thread executes at a time. Now I'm just trying to run a Java application. See here, number of threads simultaneously comes into execution. Now there is 100 comes, it will goes to 500. Now 10 comes, it will goes to 50. Now there is 1 lakh, it will goes to 5 lakh. It means 2 or more threads simultaneously comes into execution, but only one thread executes at a time. Now 10,000 comes, it will goes to 50,000. Same, if you are trying again run a Java application, now we are using thread synchronization concept. If 10 comes, it will goes to 50 as per our logic. I multiply by n. If 1 lakh comes, it will goes to 5 lakh. See on screen. Again, if 100 comes, it will goes to 500. It means you can simply say what is thread synchronization? Thread synchronization. It means you can simply say 2 or more threads simultaneously comes into execution. Simultaneously comes into execution, but only one thread execute at a time. That's called thread synchronization. It means 2 or more threads simultaneously comes into execution, but only one thread executes at a time. It means if you are saying thread synchronize at thread set T, it means there is guarantee if a thread goes to execute. Same thing in traffic signal as well, right? There are available 4 ways, and all the ways vehicle comes there, right? But you can simply say 2 or more vehicles simultaneously comes into execution, but only one goes to pass there, right? Definitely deadlock never occurs. Like traffic jam scenario never occurs. This is like general life example here. And if you are coming about technical examples, then you can simply come up with Amazon Prime sale, with ticket booking system, right? Plane ticket booking system, airline railway ticket booking system. You can say like such number of example we have available. In short, you can simply say multi-threading. It means 2 or more threads simultaneously comes into execution. They will execute at the same time, but there will be some chances to occur the deadlock. Then how to avoid deadlock? For that perspective, we have available concept. The concept name is thread synchronization. It means 2 or more threads simultaneously comes into execution, but only one thread execute at a time. That's called thread synchronization. Now coming to next. Next is there are some methods in thread class. You can simply say there are available some methods in thread class. Like what are the methods in thread? We have available number of methods there actually, right? Even we have available thread priority as well, like main, norm, and max. Then methods in thread class, I am just going to add some methods here. For that perspective, we'll create a separate program, new Java class. I'm just giving here thread concept. Here you can simply say this is main method. Creating here class, we can simply say this will be my thread example equal to new, not new. We are going to extend thread class. Perfect. If you want to give my thread, that also fine. But within same package, we need to give unique classes. Then here unique class, it means I'm just giving here example only, because if you are giving within same package duplicate class name, it will give us the compile problem. That's why I'm giving here my thread example. Now which method we are going to call here? We are going to call here run method. See on screen. We are using here run method as override. Run method coming from thread class. And we are just trying to print here something. Suppose you can simply say I am trying to print here full stack. Now here we are creating my thread example object. This will be, you can simply say example1 equal to new my thread example. Such a 3 objects I am going to create here. Yeah, we have how many objects? 3 objects, and object name must be unique. We have given here like unique name of our object. See on screen. All the objects name we are passing here unique. Then if you are going to start it, example1 dot start, then example2 dot start, right? Then example3 dot start. Like each one we are going to start here. Again, if you are trying to run a Java application, say printing full stack like 3 times here. Why? Because each object we are going to start here separately, correct? Now, if a business requirement comes, like which object, which thread you want to start first, then we have available thread priorities. Okay, in thread priorities, there are available 3 priorities. Priority of threads, you can simply say 3 types available there. First one is min, the value is 1. Second is norm, the value is 5. The next one is max, the value is 10. Then if I am passing here example one means first thread, like set priority, I am giving here max priority as 10. Now this is second thread, we are giving set priority here, right? Otherwise we'll do one thing, we'll create, there will be like 3 classes, we'll create this separately, and each class will give the different you can simply say printing statement. That will be great for us. This one will consider my thread example 1. I will create such a 3 classes here. That will be great for us. This will be 2, and the next one, this will be 3. Yeah, this one you can say 1, this will be 2, this will be 3. 1, 2, and 3. Each one we have given like different class name. Okay, perfect. Then whenever we are setting the priority, like the my thread example one, we have set the priority at max priority, and the second I am giving here min priority, and the last one we are giving here non priority. You can simply say it means 5. Then as per our business requirement, we are expecting whatever max priority, it will give us the output first, right? What is the max priority we have given here? We have 10 is the max priority here, right? Then we are expecting always whatever full stack we are giving there, it will come first. If I'm giving here React.js, next I am using here, this is MySQL. Perfect. Then here we are always expecting full stack come first. Why? Because for that particular thread we have given the max priority. And the second, like React, we have given the min priority. It means we are expecting list. And set this example 3, we have given set priority as non-priority. It means this is the second priority we have given. But here the thing is that our Java thread not goes to work on thread priority because we are using here Windows operating system. In Linux, it will goes to follow the priority as per your business requirement. But here, if you are going to consider, it will goes to work on priority of threads. It never happens in Windows because Windows goes to follow own algorithms. Then see on screen, if I am trying to run a Java application, output is not consistent. See, they printed here min priority first React.js. Again, if you are trying run a Java application, see there is full stack, then React.js, there is MySQL, right? I will use the shortcut key function F11. See, now full stack comes first, React.js, then MySQL. Again, see one screen. The MySQL come first here, right? Again, see React come first. It means you can simply note it down like our Windows not going to follow the thread priority algorithms. Windows following the own algorithm, but in thread priority, as a conceptual, we have available 3 types of priority. You can simply say min, norm, and max. Mostly like if you are giving more than 10, it will give us the exception. Okay, simply try run a Java application. It will give us illegal argument exception, and this is also exception as you can simply say like runtime exception. But if you are giving here 9, then definitely it will consider the max priority. Okay, run a Java application. If you are giving here 3, it will be considered beyond whatever we have given. Like 1, it means min priority, you can simply say. And whatever you are giving 3, 4, 5, it will be considering as a non-priority, run as Java application. But if you are giving more than 10, definitely it will give us illegal argument exception. And this is, you can say, runtime exception. I hope today you got the clarity of one more exception, illegal argument exception. Perfect? Yes. Now I am just passing here 10, and we are just trying to use run as Java application to give us the output. Perfect. Now I want to set the name for, you can simply consider thread1 ex1 dot set name. I am setting the name here. We'll consider the name as, you can simply say Ram. And if you want to get this name, right, then you can simply print by using printing statement. Give the object dot get name of your thread. Okay, here you can simply say thread1 name, whatever thread you are giving. Okay, yeah, simply try run a Java application, it will print the RAM there. Correct? It means you are able to set the name of your thread and you are able to get the name of your thread as well. Anyway, this is not the good naming convention if we have followed standards here. Actually, in industry, we are going to follow some standards. That time you can simply give the corresponding name here. Fine. I'm just giving here one example. Okay. Yeah. Now we'll remove the set name here and we'll come up with the next example here. See, again I'm using ex dot whatever we have available object, right? Then you can simply use dot. See, number of methods coming there. See, number of methods available there. Now we'll come up with the get ID method. See, here is get ID, but this ID, if you want to print it, right, then simply use the printing statement. You can say this is the object dot get ID. Then I'm giving here thread1 ID. Like our Java, it will take care of setting the ID, our JVM side. Okay. Same for thread2 also. We are going to print it, and thread3 as well. This is 2, this will be 3. Here you can say this is 2, this is 3. Now again trying here on a Java application, it will give us the output. See one screen. For each thread there is available unique ID. You can simply say here for each thread we have available unique ID. Now, if you want to set the daemon thread, I hope you aware of the daemon thread, right? Daemon, it means this is the background running thread. It's supposed to our actual main thread, and it always working as a behind of the screen. You can simply say internally, right? Once we start with the advanced Java, you will get more clarity about daemon thread. Daemon means background running thread. It will help us to our main thread to complete your process. And here I am just going to set the daemon thread. You can say ex1 dot set daemon, and here true false we need to set, right, because daemon also return type available boolean. Now I'm just trying to check, is it daemon ex1 dot get, otherwise you can simply say just check, right, we are just checking is it daemon or not. Then there is available is daemon, this is the method available there. Then I'm giving thread 1, is it really daemon, because we have set here true, then definitely it will print the yes, this is daemon thread as true. Last output it will be okay, it giving some issue. Why? Because we are setting at the end after completion of execution. Okay, yes, here only I'm going to set it. Now simply try run a Java application. See, thread 1 is as a daemon as a true. I hope you got the clarity here, right? Yes. Then there are such number of methods available. You can simply use the object dot. See, there are number of methods available there. See, there is available join, it, run method, start method, stop method, right? Number of methods available. Okay, sleep method. Then as per business requirement, you can simply use those methods in thread class. Then what are the things we learn here in today's session? The first thing, what is thread? Thread, it is a lightweight part of process. Thread, it is a small piece of process, you can simply say. There are two ways to create a thread. First one is by extends thread class, and the second one is by implements runnable interface. Next, what is thread lifecycle? For that perspective, simply think about this diagram. I will share this diagram within our Skype group chat. You can simply follow this diagram here. Initially, it will be it's in new state. Then it will goes to ready for execution. It means runnable state. And once it will goes to running state, and if there is any interrupt occurs, it will goes to waiting state. And once this interrupt fulfill, it goes from waiting to again ready for execution. It means runnable state. And once it will coming with the running state, and once everything is fulfilled, finally it will goes to terminal state. Then simply think about there are 5 phases in thread life cycle: new, runnable, running, then waiting, and terminated. Now coming to next. Next is what is multi-threading. Multi-threading, it means two or more threads simultaneously comes into execution and they will execute at the same time. Then what is thread synchronization? Thread synchronization means two or more threads simultaneously comes into execution, but only one thread executes at a time. Thread synchronization, it will help us to avoid deadlock in Java. I hope you are aware of your system as well. Sometimes if you are doing multi-processing, right? Simultaneously you are going to open Eclipse, IntelliJ, you are running the VS code. Again, you are trying with the, you can say open the MySQL database, PostgreSQL, whatever you are doing. Simultaneously number of operations you are doing, some notepad typing, yes, some Eclipse you are trying to do your program, right? That time your program goes to hang mode. You can simply say this is the deadlock situations comes. But mostly if you are doing only one process, right, then your system never goes to hang mode. But if you are doing multi-process, then definitely deadlock comes into picture, right? It means our Java also multi-threading. In multi-threading scenario, sometimes deadlock comes into picture. How to avoid deadlock? For that perspective, we have available thread synchronization. Like two or more threads simultaneously comes into execution, but only one thread executes at a time. That's called thread synchronization. Then what are the methods in thread? Then see, we have start method. First you can start with the run method. Then we have here start method. Next you can simply say we have sleep method here. Wait. Coming to next as notify. You can say notify all. Set name. We are able to set the name. Try to set the name as for your thread. Next get name. We are able to get ID as well, right? Then join method also available, yield method also available there, And so number of methods available there. Fine. Coming to next, thread priorities. There are three types available in thread priorities: min, norm, and max. But if you are using Windows, it will not go to follow the thread priority. Windows always follows the one priority algorithms like first come first serve, time slicing, round robin, shortest fast first. Like such algorithm, they are going to follow.